What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're a new viewer and you just happened to stumble on this video by accident. Hello, my name is Teddy. I saw a couple of you guys asking on one of my haiku videos to do a glass painting tutorial of sorts, so I decided to show you how I go about doing one of my glass paintings since I'm going to start a fresh one. I'll just get straight into it without beating around the bush too much. I pretty much start off by first of all tracing the photo that I want to paint. Obviously, before doing that though, I flip the image that I want so that, you know, when you paint it on the glass, it's kind of mirrored, and then when you flip it around, it's the right side. It's on the right side. So, for example, here you go, a really kind of complicated image of Saitama from One Punch Man. I try to pick images that are high in contrast, high in saturation, that are not in the shade, that are very bright, colorful, you know, all that jazz. So it's nice and clear when I paint it. I don't like painting anything that's in the shade. It usually kind of confuses me. For example, this photo of Levi, if you recognize it, you'll know that it's actually I think they were in like a dungeon or something like that. Like they were somewhere underground. It was bad lighting. So I picked the colors from another photo and put them onto the image instead. So, you know, it's nice, it's clear, it's bright. Here is the Saitama one that I finished. This one had very interesting contrast. If you can see, the yellow is really, really bright, and then the darkest shade of yellow is basically green. I use a permanent marker to do my tracing. I've seen some people use a very fine nail art brush and some acrylic paint. This one was kind of expensive. It has a finer tip on the other side. Honestly, it's not worth it. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know. It's all right, but it's also not perfect. It's a little bit like a Sharpie. If you've ever tried doing glass paintings with a Sharpie, it doesn't deposit as much ink as I would like it to. For paint, I use just regular acrylic paint. I'm not too picky about it. If I start running out, I just go to a random store and pick any acrylic paint that looks like it's good. There's these tiny little bottles that I tend to use, which are very, very good. It's by Amsterdamn, all acrylics. And usually I tend to go for them just because I'm used to them at this point. They're kind of on the pricier side, but I don't run out of them very quickly. I try to use them sparingly. And then the big bottles, I just go ham. Also, when I trace the photo, I make life a little easier for myself, and I do the overall outline in regular pencil, and then I go over the highlights and the shades in different colors. I use plexiglass that I order from Amazon. I don't actually use proper glass. This is honestly just a cheaper alternative. That's why I use it. I order a pack of 10. I will leave the link in the description if you guys want to check it out, but make sure that it's for your website because I ordered mine from France. There are 2 plastic films on each side that you need to peel. I'd suggest peeling only one side, the one that you're going to be painting on. I don't know, I just pick a random side, make some nasty noises. Okay, and then you gotta remember which side you peel. So for me, it's this side because it's kind of hard to tell, right? So today I am debating between 2 pieces that I want to do. Eren Jaeger, season 4, part 2. Or Eren Jaeger, but make it fast. If you didn't catch that reference, it's because they have the same voice actor. No, this is Sonic from One Punch Man. Both of those are pretty simple, pretty easy. It's just the face. I don't do many complicated pieces. If I do, I know it's gonna take for fucking ever. So start off simple if this is your first time doing a glass painting. I think I'm gonna go with Eren Jaeger. So what I'll do is I'll flip the plexiglass, sellotape it like this to the back, and start outlining it with a permanent marker. There's paint everywhere. It's extremely messy, but it's an organized mess, and I know where everything is, and it works for me, all right? Don't judge too much. But anyway, I'll take some sellotape. Try to get some that's not gonna leave a mark after you peel it on the glass. And there you go, ready for tracing. Now, you'll notice underneath here that I have this white screen. I'm not really sure what to call it. It's something that a lot of animators actually use when they do their cells or just basic key animation, I think. Basically, it turns on and it lights up, and it's really easy. It's dirty at the moment, don't mind that, ignore it. It's easy for me to just, I don't know, see the image better, and when I'm painting, it also lets me see where I've put enough paint on the glass painting. Yo, what's up you guys? I actually tried to film this video twice already, and each time I would have a problem, and today's problem is that I completely forgot that I was filming a video for this glass painting. I have a couple of videos made specifically for my shorts that I was gonna make of this painting, so I'll try to insert them if they work, but I highly doubt it, so I'm really sorry. I forgot completely that I was making a video for this. In any case, the glass painting is finally finished. It needs a little touch-ups here and there, but you know, sometimes I'll even leave them if I feel like I'm not gonna be selling it or whatever, you know. I feel like I'll come back to it at a later point, but once it's done, usually it's done. I've painted Eren a couple of times already, and weirdly enough, he has like this very interesting skin tone. You know, it just takes a while to mix the paint, but at this point I've kind of gotten used to it because it's very reminiscent of a sweet potato. You know, kind of brown, kind of mainly purple. And his darkest shade is usually exactly the color of a sweet potato. So I just, throughout the entire painting, the second I get to his skin, I'm like, okay, here comes the sweet potato mixing. This is like a little tip that a lot of the times you guys, you might think that you're seeing a specific color, you know, from the photo that you're taking reference from, but it's actually not that color. For example, right now I'm doing Oikawa, and yesterday I was painting his hair, and I found out that his hair actually has quite a bit of pink in it alongside like the brown. So I was there mixing like, you know, brown and black and white and whatever, and I was like, I'm not getting the shade that I want to get. Turns out I was missing a whole lot of blue and red, or just straight up pink. Interesting shade that he's got going on in his hair. So mix around with colors. Sometimes the skin tone also tends to have like a lot of oranges, or yellows even, so play around with it, you know, don't just settle on, okay, this kind of looks like the color, because you want to get that exact replica. You want the glass painting to look exactly like the photo. You'll make mistakes obviously, and you'll waste a whole bunch of paint, but it's fine. If you get the result in the end, it's all worth it. Anyway, you guys, I hope this video was helpful. I'm really sorry once again, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.